first begins as you taught it last week, was with the forgive and forget, Marma. So do I begin there?
Yeah, please walk us through what you do.
Okay, so just on the left side, on the left hand, in the webbing between the index finger and the thumb, I just press that 6 times. And because I know what it is I'm trying to release, and I don't know if this is correct, Dr. Clint, so you can adjust me, but I put my attention on what the original source of the imbalance was, that I do consciously release that, because it's a long memory there.
Yep.
Yeah, so many years of symptom. So
Yeah, if you know what you're letting go of or forgiving, and maybe it's even some way you've hurt yourself, or maybe it's someone's hurt you.
No, I'm
You
gonna
find
go
that
eat.
tender spot, and then you press it.
The new building is fine.
All right, beautiful. Keep going.
yes, so I do that 6 times, and then the next mudra is for the aham brahmasmi om shri, and that is the index finger and the thumb on both hands together, and saying the whole mantra internally or out loud while I'm pressing. And so that happens 6 times. So it would be aham brahmasmi om shri.
Aham
Brahmasmi om shri. Aham brahmasmi om shri. Aham brahmasmi om shri. Aham brahmasmi om shri. Yes.
So beautiful.
And sometimes I play with myself and I do an extra one just for good luck.
Good. This is another great one that can help you, Shifra, if you want to do with me. You take your left hand. We taught this on Saturday's training call, which I know, Jeannie, you're going to catch up on. But you take your left hand and your right hand goes on your forehead here like this. You put them exactly like that, and then you press all the fingers together. I'm just showing you, but you don't bend your neck like that. So all the fingers, and then you press gently 6 times, including the palm. And Shifra, including the palm of your forehead. Yeah, right there. And you press 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. And then this one also, Shifra, can help you very much. If everyone wants to follow along with me, right here, middle of the lip, keep your hand behind. Very good. And then keep this left hand behind your head and your right hand here. And as you press this point, you breathe in. And as you unpress, you breathe out. We do that 6 times. So go ahead and 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to do that whole process again. And this time when we do forgiveness, Marma, I want you to direct it to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all the things you know and you haven't lived. All the times when you've been inspired and haven't followed through. All the times you felt love and then you felt lost. Just to love yourself in that moment. Just forgive yourself for being human, for the mistakes that you've made or the times you've fallen short. Just want you to hold your left hand and find the place where it feels tender. And in this particular case, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see yourself and all the times that you fell short and all the times when you're hard on yourself because you don't feel loved and you don't feel loving, and all the times when you rose your voice because you were hurting, and all the times where you felt lost and alone, whatever it is, anything you need to forgive yourself of, I just want you to see that. And as you see it, I want you to press that point 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say, I forgive and I forget. I forgive and I forget. I forgive and I forget. And you forgive yourself. And then go next to this Marma that Jeannie said, and we'll repeat with me. Aham brahmasmi om shrim. And we're going to do 6 times. Aham brahmasmi om shrim. 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 And then go immediately to this one here, where you curve your fingers and your palms are touching, and squeeze gently 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And keep your hand on the back of your head and under your lip. We're going to press here 6 times as you breathe in. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to do the whole cycle again. I want you to find a point here and think about someone in your life that you really need to forgive. It may be hard. You may not think you can, but something that's been poison in your life, someone that you need to let go of, something that hurt you, just ready to let it go. And just go ahead and find that tender spot and then close your eyes. And maybe it's a recent conversation that just stuck with you and hurt you. Or maybe it's something from way back when, but just hold that in your mind and then find that spot that's tender and press 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just repeat after me. I forgive you and I forget. I forgive you and I forget. Then immediately go to this one here where you're pressing these points and repeat this mantra. Om brahmasmi. Om aham, sorry about that. Aham brahmasmi om shrim. 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 Then go here, this point. And as you press this point, be focused on some loving thought towards yourself. Some positive thing that you want to focus on, that you want. And then squeeze 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then immediately keep the left hand there and put your right hand. And as you press here, we're going to breathe in and we'll do 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want you to find a point again on your left hand, and this time we're going to forgive the world. Just going to forgive it for being anything that we expected it to be, and it wasn't, any ways in which it's hurt, any ways in which it's been difficult to live on this planet. We're just going to forgive collectively, humanity, for anything that has hurt us. And so go ahead and find the tender spot here and close your eyes. And just press it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I forgive and I forget. I forgive. I forget. And then go to this Marmaa here. Aham brahmasmi om shrim. 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 And then go again to this one here. And press the points together and just focus on what do you want. In Shifra's case, all of our case, I want to feel loved. Just start to feel gratitude for the times we have felt loved. And as you're pressing the points, anchor in that that's actually who you are. I am love. Shifra, you are love. You're so lovable. Then go again, it's directly here. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then take your right hand and pat yourself 6 times. Very good. Very good. You are lovable. You are loved. Perfectly, perfectly human. The world is imperfectly, perfectly as it is. And you're not here by accident. You're here by reason. Jeannie, as you've been doing this consistently, what have you noticed has happened? Not just the pain going away, but anything mentally, emotionally, energetically, sleep, anything like that that you've noticed happening as well?
Sleep has definitely been deeper and longer without interruption. But probably the biggest thing, Dr. Clint, is just this deep feeling of well-being. And given it was a 50% decrease, that means there's still electrification, all this tingling that goes on in my body, but I can witness it, observe it, rather than be pulled into it and get fearful from it. So that gives me a practice from the Marmaa. So when it actually comes up, the electrification, I'll just go back to the thought of aham brahmasmi.
Mm.
So if I'm in the moment and not a place where I feel like I can really do the Marmaa, I just go back to the vibration of the mantra and bring that up in my body. And that helps. It's staying connected with the very essence of who I am in the midst of difficult, extreme symptoms. Yes. So
Dr. Ram, he talked about how there's conscious mind, subconscious, and superconscious. Sometimes consciously we want something, like Shifra said so beautifully. I was feeling so good. Why am I? But there's subconscious, and what Marmaa does is it goes deep from conscious to subconscious to superconscious. Dr. Ram says one of the ancient secrets is you focus on what you want, not what you don't want. If you ever notice you're feeling upset, discouraged, depressed, angry, usually you say, okay, what was I just focused on? And almost always you're focused on what you don't want. And so you can come back to this Marmaa, Shifra, and everyone, you say, okay, what do I want? Be gentle, curious. Okay, what was I focused on? Oh, I focused on what I don't want. I don't want to go up and down. I don't want to feel miserable. I don't want to feel in love. Okay, but that's what you don't want. What do you want? So Shifra says, I want to feel loved. I want to be surrounded by people that love me, and we sing and we help solve the world's problems together. We're a solution on this planet. So you focus on what you want as you press the Marmas, helps it go deeper from conscious to reprogram the subconscious, to align with superconscious, to help manifest those things in reality. Dr. Ram says your external world is a manifestation of your inner world. And these Marma Shakti processes are so powerful, help calm the vata, calm the anxiety, remove the blocks to allow that river of love to flow more freely. And thank you, Jean.